Our current banking system could be messed up by quantum computers, but what does XRP and other cryptocurrencies do to keep their users and communities safe from quantum attacks? We should look into where quantum computers are now and what needs to be done to protect our security until then. Crypto Erie did a great job posting this movie. Yesterday, she put out a movie. I saw it. It really blew my mind. That's why I wanted to look into this. I know I was up for hours last night thinking about how I could learn more about this and understand it better. And this is the study I was able to put together. I hope you all enjoy it. This is the film she just released yesterday. Just so everyone knows, our best experts at MIT say that a scalable working quantum computer will be here in 3 years or maybe even sooner. The software that runs on it is a next level. It's software and it could be fixed very, very quickly. Then what does that mean, Dave? If we have that, yes, and no one else knows. It takes thousands of times longer for quantum computers to load right now than it does for regular computers. But once everything is in there, it can do in seconds what a normal computer might take 100,000 years to do, but only in very narrow areas. Every computer could do this in seconds instead of 100,000 years. That's crazy. So the question is whether optimizing a neural network fits into those categories or not. We're already that far along, so I know parts of it are, but any bottleneck kills the whole system, right? For it to be a big unlock, either the whole thing has to port or the hard inner loops have to port. This means that no one knows, but if AGI is about to answer maths and physics, we might find out in the next 6 to 9 months. Listen up. Quantum computers will let us do things we never thought were possible, ways to treat illness. That being said, I have no idea what else they want to use this for, but I think it will have some kind of military use as well as how do we keep the current banking system safe? Because that's where all the money is kept right now. How safe is this if these quantum computers can do things that normal computers can't? A fastest machine would need 10 to 25 years to do the same work as Google's Willow quantum chip, which can do it in less than 5 minutes. It's not 10 to 25 years anymore. I think it's 10 to 25 years. Here, let me show you. This is crazy. Is this what I'm worried about? Just look at how good these quantum computers are. You're starting to see that these companies' current financial methods are probably in danger here. I also think this is why crypto is finally becoming legal in many countries around the world. I believe that blockchain will be the future of all of these markets, and I think we showed that it is. Let's look at the XRP record now. We should look into HBAR and other cryptocurrencies that work to protect all funds and ecosystems. But we're also going to look at some other ways that bad people might use quantum computers. Let's talk about this then. So breaking the usual security, cryptographic algorithms such as RSA and ECC are used by most banking and financial platforms to keep data safe, make sure that transactions are real, and keep communication lines safe. Quantum computers are very good at running algorithms like Shor's could break these encryption schemes, giving cybercriminals access to private data like transactions, customer information, and authentication measures. Forgery of digital signatures, authentication, and banking security all depend on digital signatures. Quantum computers could fake these signs by getting private keys from public information. This would let people get into funds and systems without permission. You're also talking about breaking into encrypted conversations. Protocols like SSL and TLS that are used for HTTPS to keep emails and VPNs safe would be at risk. They aren't able to look at it yet, but they will be able to in the coming years. Putting the payment and settlement processes at risk is another part of it. This is what we're talking about, right? This part is important. Cryptographic assurance is needed for settlement and clearing processes at banks and payment networks. Attacks using quantum mechanics could damage the systems that support global trade, payments, and clearinghouses, which could cause widespread financial chaos. It also leads to a loss of public trust and a buildup of danger. Knowing about quantum threats could make people less trusting of banks and digital money, which could lead to bank runs or big changes to other systems if people lose faith. So, if quantum computers hack a lot of banks, people will no longer trust that their money is safe there. They would invest that money in something like gold, silver, or even Bitcoin. Which cryptocurrencies have already been made quasi-resistant and which ones still need to be? Right now, Bitcoin is not quantum immune. It's not safe because it uses ECDSA and hasn't been updated yet. Ethereum does the same thing. There aren't any quantum improvements yet. The ED25509 that Solana uses is not quantum safe. The XRP ledger is being built and developed by Ripple. It is not yet quantum resistant, but plans, a roadmap, and study are being done to make it so. And of course, Dogecoin, Cardano, Avalanche, Shiba Inu, Tron, and Toncoin are not quantum proof right now. This is a good place to talk about our Algorand. Post-quantum Falcon signatures are used by Algorand in certain situations. There was also some information about H-bar. Look into this up above. Please let me check that out. Here you are. Strong SHA-384 security is used by HBR. That person could also be used by banks to keep their systems safe. Now let's look at the XRP system. What needs to be done to protect it? This is kind of what they use for elliptic curve security, which is what the XRP ledger uses. A quantum computer with enough power ensures algorithm can't break these encryption methods. This means that XRPL wallets whose public keys have been leaked could be at risk. If you've ever sent someone your public address, they can change it to get your secret keys. That's what's crazy here. Quantum readiness approach. XRPL isn't fully safe from quantum attacks just yet. The Ripple development team and the XRPL community as a whole are aware of the risk. Adding post-quantum cryptography, like hash-based or lattice-based cryptography, is the subject of ongoing study projects and proposals. The ledger is thought to have a cryptographic upgrade path, which means that it can add new methods that are not affected by quantum computing as they become standard. Position in the market and plans for the future. Ripple's leaders, including its CTO, have said that the XRPL will switch to quantum-safe encryption when standards are ready and the real quantum threat arrives. Analysts call the XRP ledger a quantum-ready blockchain because it is already making plans for the move, even though it hasn't made any changes yet. That's really cool to see. BlackRock also sent this warning to their users, which basically said quantum computing is a threat to Bitcoin. I want to thank Digital Asset Daily for posting that BlackRock sent out this warning. David Schwartz, which worked on Bitcoin and is now the CTO of Ripple, talked about this a long time ago and how XRP is quantum proof. I think they are still working on all of this. At first, I thought that the XRP ledger was already quantum proof, but the study I've done so far hasn't led me to that conclusion. Thanks for watching. If you think I missed something, please let me know in the comments and I'll add it to a second film. But when I looked for information about the posters today, I couldn't find any. Some people know a lot more about quantum computing than I do, and in that case, please let me know in the comments if you know anything. I'd love to fix anything I did wrong here. Thanks for that. If quantum computing makes progress in a certain way, the cryptography that supports the Bitcoin network might stop working. If this happens, it could make the Bitcoin network less secure or let someone who doesn't want to be there get through the walls that protect Bitcoin owned by the trust or other people in the Bitcoin network. It was Danny who said Bitcoin is done, XRP is the best. Don't you think BlackRock just warned? It's just a tip that you can use. A lot of other people in the neighborhood also see this. The BIS is also working on something called Project Leap. The goal is to create a quantum-safe space for conversation. I'll show you what they're working on behind me. Every day, billions of financial transactions happen around the world. These include simple payments between individuals and complicated trades in financial markets. Our digital economy is connected all over the world, so these deals are recorded electronically and sent, processed, and kept on computers all over the world. It is very important to keep all of this information safe for the safety and security of financial transactions. Cryptographic methods are used to encrypt and sign sensitive information so that someone who isn't supposed to can't read, change, or fake transactions. To keep our global banking system stable, we need cryptography that is both safe and reliable. Cryptography works by using tricky math problems that are carefully made so that even the fastest computers today can't figure them out and steal data. But the possible development of quantum computers makes present cryptographic systems less reliable. When these computers get big enough and strong enough, they might be able to break present security protocols. That could be very bad for the economy and cost a lot of money. Quantum computers aren't out yet, but the security risk is still real and needs to be fixed right away. Today, bad people can already steal and store private information with the plan to decrypt it later. This is why the BIS Innovation Hub, Eurosystem Center, the Bank of France, and the Deutsche Bundesbank are working together on Project Leap. Its goal is to help central banks and the global financial system switch to security that can't be broken by quantum computers. In the first part of the project, a quantum-resistant virtual private network was set up so that the French and German central banks could send payment messages to each other. This link that can't be broken by quantum particles is meant to keep payment messages safe and private, even in the quantum era. Moving to security that isn't affected by quantum mechanics comes with some problems that need to be solved. Project Leap has looked at some of the unique problems that banking systems will face during this change. The need to make a list of all the systems that are already in use and find the place